a parallelogram is a quadrilateral, which means it has four sides. Okay, so I'm going to draw a shape with four sides in which both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So here's one side of the parallelogram. Here's the other side. They must be parallel to each other. Okay? What does parallel mean? Parallel means that they go in exactly the same direction and they're the same distance apart. Okay, they're always going to be the same distance apart, which means they're never going to touch. They go in the same direction and they always will remain the same distance apart. They'll never meet. Both pairs of opposite sides are parallel and equal. So the length of this side is equal to the length of this side, right? And, hold on, let me just do this. The other side, the other two opposite sides are also equal in length and they're also parallel. So they're the same distance apart. Okay, so these two sides are equal in length and these two sides are equal in length. So if this side is 6 units, which other side would be 6 units long? If this side is, yep, good, this would be 6 units. And let's say this one is 3 units. This one would also be 3 units long. Now, when we're looking at area of a parallelogram, to calculate the area, we know that it's equal to the base times the height. Now, you have to be careful when you're figuring out the height. Okay, so you can use any side as the base. Okay, so for this question, let's say that this is the base. The base is 6 units. Is the height 3 units?
No.
No. Why? It has to be a perfect 90-degree angle that is a vertical line, which is from the top to the bottom, and it makes a right angle triangle. So this would be the height.
Yeah.
Okay, it makes a right angle triangle. So I'm going to say that the height is 4 units. Okay, so if you know the base and you know the height, can you calculate the area? What's the area of this parallelogram I just drew? How would we calculate it? Area of a parallelogram equals base times height. So to calculate the area, we would do the base was 6 units and the height was 4 units. So what is the area of the parallelogram?
It is 24.
24. Now we don't know the units, so we're going to write units. And because we're looking at area, it's units squared. Okay, so if you're given the base and the height, it's very simple to calculate it. We know that area of a parallelogram is equal to base times height equals the area, right? So the first one is 3 times 5 is equal to
15.
Good. And the units were centimeters. I'm not going to write the units here. Okay, now if you're given the area and you're given the base, you have to figure out 2 times something equals 16. Well, what's the opposite of multiplication?
Adding?
Division.
Oh,
okay,
division, yeah.
So if you don't know the answer in your head, because you're going to get into decimals where you might not be able to solve it in your head, just do the opposite. Do 16 divided by 2. What's 16 divided by 2? 8, which is what you got. And that one you probably were able to do in your head because you knew in your head that 2 times 8 is equal to 16.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at this one now. Let's look at this question. You're given the height and you're given the area. We have to figure out the base. So again, something times 2.4 is equal to 3.6. Well, if you don't know what's missing, we can do the opposite. What's the opposite of multiplication?
It's 1 point.
Division. So do it. Do 3 points. You're going to take the area and you're going to divide it by the height. So 3.6 divided by 2.4 is 1.5. Let's check our answer. Let's check. Let's see. Is 1.5 times 2.4 equal to 3.6? Always go back and check just to make sure it works both ways. So this one you probably did in your head. You know that 5 times 6 is equal to 30.
Yeah.
Or you could have done it the other way. 30 divided by 6 is equal to 5. The next question, they give you the base and the height, so we can just multiply them together to get the area. Okay, 16.96, and again, I'm going to assume these are all centimeters, so the area is centimeters squared, the height is centimeters, and the base is centimeters. I didn't put any units in my chart. For this question, again, base times something equals 0.6. So you're going to do the opposite. 0.6 divided by 1.2 equals 0.5. Okay?
1.2 divided
And go back and check. Is 1.2 times 0.5 equal to 0.6? Is that correct? Does it work?
Yeah.
It says calculate the area of each parallelogram. Do you remember how to calculate the area of a parallelogram?
Yeah.
Area is equal to what?
Base times height.
Base times height. Now here they've given you the length of the sides. This side is 3 units and this side is 3 units, and this is the height. Do you need this information in this question? No. You need the base and you need the height. Remember, the height is the distance from the bottom to the top, and it has to form a 90-degree angle. So the first question, I'll help you with it. Area equals base times height. Base equals, what's the base?
3.
And what's the height?
2.
Okay, so what's the area?
6.
6 units
Squared.
squared. Okay, do the next one on your own. The next one is B. The second one, what's the base? Good, the base is 6 units. And what's the height? So this is the base, and which one is the height?
3.
3, excellent. Okay, so you're going to do base times height, 6 times 3. Area equals 6 times 3, which is equal to what?
18.
18 units squared. Good, excellent. Okay, let's try question C. Base is
4. No, 5.
5, and the height is
4.
good. So area is equal to 5 times 4, which is equal to 20 units squared.